Three detainees are led down a narrow concrete corridor deep beneath the facility. The lights flicker overhead, buzzing softly. One of the detainees carries a bucket and a mop, the metal handle rattling with every step. None of them speak. They don't need to. A pair of armed security officers follow closely behind, boots echoing against the floor. One of them presses the barrel of his rifle into the back of the last detainee and gives a firm shove. Keep moving. They stop in front of a massive steel door reinforced with thick locking bars and a glowing keypad. The air here feels colder, heavier. From the other side of the door comes a sound, a slow, deliberate scraping. Stone against metal. The detainees exchange nervous glances. A guard standing beside the keypad clears his throat. "You know the procedure," he says. "To maintain visual contact at all times. One cleanies. No response." He smirks. They never answer. Raising his voice, he continues, "If you need to blink, announce it. One eye at a time. No exceptions." The guard begins entering the access code. The detainees take deep breaths. One of them squeezes in a few last, full blinks hard, desperate ones before the lock disengages. With a sharp hiss, the chamber unseals. Eyes up, the guard orders. The door slides open. Inside is a small, dimly lit room. No furniture, bare metal walls. The floor is stained with dark, dried marks that no one wants to identify. And in the far corner stands the reason none of them volunteered for this job. A statue, roughly humanoid, crude, concrete gray. Its surface is uneven, as if molded by unskilled hands. A crude face has been spray-painted onto its wide eyes, a crooked smile frozen in place. It doesn't move. It doesn't breathe. It just stands there. The detainees are shoved inside to position themselves in the center of the room, feet planted, eyes locked on the statue. The third lowers his head and begins scrubbing the floor, fighting the urge to look away. The smell hits immediately. Stale, metallic, and wrong. The watchers announce every blink. Blinking left, blinking right. The cleaner mops around the statue, keeping his gaze fixed forward as much as possible. His eyes burn dry, itching. Even though the statue hasn't moved, he can feel it. Watching, waiting. They say that's all it needs. One mistake. A sudden crack echoes through the chamber. The cleaner flinches. His broom slips from his hands and clatters across the floor. Instinctively, his eyes dipped for a fraction of a second. Nothing happens. The watchers were still looking. Relief washes through the room, but doesn't last. One of the watchers shifts backward and bumps into something solid. He freezes, slowly, without looking away from the statue. He reaches behind him. It's the other watcher. But his shoulders are facing the wrong direction. "What are you doing?" he whispers. "What do you mean?" the other asks. "You're turned around!" "No, I am facing it. You're the one turned." Panic creeps in. Behind them, the cleaner sneezes. A single sound. Too loud. Too sudden. There's a sharp crack like a tree branch snapping. A scream cuts off instantly. Something heavy hits the floor. The watcher doesn't even have time to react before concrete hands close around his neck. His head is twisted, and suddenly he's staring into another face, another statue. Identical. Hours later, a senior analyst stands before a curved table surrounded by figures hidden in shadow. "Our subject has replicated," he says, voice tight. "We don't know how." No one speaks. Multiple instances now exist, he continues, each identical. Each lethal. A document slides across the table. Threat level, critical observation status. Ongoing sirens wail throughout the facility. Security footage plays. Personnel sprint through corridors, shouting warnings. Statues appear behind them. Next twist. Bodies fall. Blinking no longer guarantees safety. Another analyst steps forward, visibly shaken. Over 60 instances are unaccounted for. They move together. Coordinate. Block exits. More. We believe they share a collective intelligence. The more there are, the smarter they become. His proposal is simple. Seal each instance in individual metal containers. Transport them off-world. Abandon the facility entirely. The folder slides back across the table, stamped in red. Approved. Breaking news. Floods every screen. Civilian casualties climb by the hour. Witnesses describe statues that move only when unseen. A reporter freezes mid. Her eyes lock on something off camera. The broadcast cuts to static, deep underground. A lone researcher types furiously inside a reinforced bunker. Cities are gone. Facilities lost. Evacuation failed. Above her, concrete scrapes against metal. The sound is getting closer. Days later, the final surviving outpost receives its orders. Entire regions are declared lost. Nothing left to save. As the remaining staff argue, a junior analyst rushes in with fresh data. Confirmed sightings across the ocean. Containment has failed. The statues are still moving, still multiplying, still watching. And this time, there's nowhere left to look away.